little quieter. There we go. All right. All right. There we are. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? Hopefully well. Ooh. My fingers forgot how to type. That's alright. I could not think of how to. This was working. This was working. All right. Span state.round. Oh. Right. We gotta add like support for the rounds. I remember this. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, let's see where we're gonna add state.round. We're gonna add it. We're just gonna add this to the main state, right? I think that's what we decided. So let's do that. Let's do that. The main Wordle game state. Let's see. So we have it here. So our index is the main state here, and we're not doing anything for that. So let's go ahead and do like a yeah, that's right. This is the value from anathema, right? I think it's this one. I think it is. What we need to derive, those are fine, but we really need state. Oh, why isn't it letting me import it? Come on. Come on, language server. Do it for me. Oh. We can just jump over here and look here. There we go. Fix that. Don't need this. Done. So now we're gonna hold the round. What other information do we need to, we probably can just use this for the timer too. Let's do just a value of like a U8, right? Yeah, we'll just do U8. I think that's good. I think that's really all we need. And let's also derive default, right? How's everyone doing this morning? I wasn't quite prepared for the news segments. I was gonna do some news this morning, gonna cover some stuff, but trying to prepare a little bit more, so we'll just do it all tomorrow. Okay, so we have round and timer. It's not gonna just magically fix this. Oh, it's I've never had it completely unresponsive. I done broke it. It won't control C. We're just gonna have to like kill it. That hurts. That hurts because we have that bug again. Let's work on fixing a little bit more before we test. I usually just, you know, keep running it. But not now. Okay, so we have the state set here, but we're never actually updating the state. The real way we would update it would be through this message, right? Ew. But we're using this message to communicate to everything. Okay, so we're gonna have to revamp our communication here, right? This is what we're going to do. This is what we're gonna do. Enum index row message. Yeah. This is gonna be beautiful. All right. Let's change this one to row message. Now this is index. Index message. These should now. This is not an index message anymore. We'll fix that. All right. The name row message is defined. Oh. Right. Because in row, We have the actual message to the row. Okay. So instead of row message, this needs to be called something like what does it need to be called? I need to call it something. Hey, what's going on? I'm just struggling with naming some stuff. Don't worry about me. I'll name something eventually. The problem is I have two things that I want to be called row message. We have the thing that's an actual message to a row. We have the enum that defines this. Let's do this. Timer U8, perfect, and then round I32, fantastic. We have these things. Let's do this. It's a message. This is just gonna be row. And then we'll just move this to, it can't be row either because that's also, it is a thing that we send that has a row message. We'll call it a row update. That hurts me, but that works. I guarantee you, in about half an hour, I will get row message, row update, and index message row confused. I promise you. Row message at? Yeah, possibly. So basically, what this is happening is there's a central thing that's getting all these messages. So at first, this only handled row messages, this central thing. And now I'm breaking it up to handle three things. To update the UI, we need to have a timer message that just updates the time left in the round and let people know what round we're on. So to do that, I just added these two. But this went from having just this information because it used to just have this in it to having this as one of the options. And so then I had to make a struct for this and I named it row update because it's a row update. We're updating a row and that row update has a row message in it. So this is the row and that we need to send it to. And this is the message. Okay. It's not great. It is what we have done. All right. All right. So now we need to update every time we've used row message. Okay, so basically here we need to do a match. Match on message. Beautiful. Thank you, AI. Let's just accept that. I wish my system wasn't dented and I could just tab select that and go. I can't. Now we need to do this in here. Right, and yeah, this will be a row update. Beautiful. All right, so now if it's a row update, it's gonna go and update the row like we're supposed to. And now we'll update those timers and hopefully do something not so bad. All right. Cool. Let's see, next errors. This is a function for the default, right? Rest at the runtime, this returns a unique component ID that is used to send messages to the component. So I just need to create a new one here, maybe. And we'll just go with the default. I think that's what we want. I think that's what we want. I don't know. Okay, next error. So this is close. This would be a row update. And this would be an index message of row. Thank you very much. I did something wrong. I got rid of that. Thank you. Okay. Right. Okay, cool. I want real errors. All right. Now is this right here? Let's go look. Go a bit. What was I looking for? I just want the guide. And then here, span. I just want a span example. Span. Span cannot be used on its own. It has no to belong to a text element. Does not accept children. Right. So I think I did the span correctly here. Oh, you know what I didn't do correctly is it would just be this, right? Not an attribute. So that was definitely wrong. Like these are attributes on the stack. Okay. Attribute. Got it. So the square brackets were wrong, but this might work now. It might also just completely freeze our terminal and hang it. So, you know, we have two options. Oh, yeah. We'll see which one I do. The one pain is that it takes a little bit of time to set up. I mean, I gotta spell stuff correctly. Please don't hang the terminal. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So we didn't update the round. We haven't sent any of the other messages. So it would be impossible for the front end to get those. So that's fine. This is completely fine. We're working, it's not erroring on those things. Fantastic. So let's actually plumb these two. Where would we be sending those from? So they have to be from this, right? That's where this emitter is going. Which makes sense. This game loop is driving everything. Oof, this game loop needs cleaned up. All right, I guess here. Should we wrap this? We should. Let's make a function to increase the round count. One of the things that we want to take into account here is that this way we can, we'll call this increment. This allows us just to make sure that we always call the emit. So yeah. Okay. What does this? I think we need to await this. I think that's our problem here, right? So we need to do await, and that means that we need async function here. There we go. And then that means wherever we call this increment round count. Beautiful. Okay. So anytime we should increment the round count. I think that's actually the only place. Maybe a little overkill, but whatevs. You know what I'm saying? Whatevs. Let's do one exactly for the same thing, is just doing the timer. Maybe that's a little over the top. But instead of increment, this is going to be update timer. Shouldn't the timer also be a U8? It should. And instead of a round, this should be a timer. And we'll need to go here and update these to all U8s, right? The round should be, we can only have 6 rounds. I don't know why I had it like that. That was redonkulous. Okay. This doesn't need to be immutable. All right, what do you not like? Mismatched closing delimiter. Oh, wait, okay. That one's closing correctly. Oh, I see right here. I see it. I will fix it. I did not fix it. I did something else. I'm not even sure what buttons I pressed. Not even sure. Okay, that's good now. And now these all need to be changed to a U8 because sanity exists in this world. Beautiful. And now we can update the timer. All willy-nilly. We need to handle this game. This game loop is a pretty just big loop. We need to start doing some stuff like this where we bring some of the logic out of the loop. Because it's pretty hard to follow. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty hard to follow. All right, round count is getting misdone because this probably has an I-32 instead of a U8 now. $10 ago, Merrick. I can't believe 10 minutes ago, Merrick. Cannot believe him. All right. That is now better. Yes. Let's see. Do we have any? Will that build now? Will that build now? What's up? How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, look at that. Round 2. Beautiful. So we did get the piping all the way through to the UI. Cool. Now we just need to add a timer. And we need to add Twitch chat over here. Cool. And we need to get it where round 2 actually plays. I don't even know. That's a bug for sure because it should go on. I mean, it should play 6 rounds, but it stops at round 1. But we had no feedback in the UI, and so this is actually great. We can actually see that the rounds increased. One thing that we need to do is make the default start at round 1, right? Or at the start of the game, we need to increment to 1. I think maybe at the start of the game, we increment it. I don't know if this is right. I'm gonna do this. Or not start it, default it. I will probably come back and just delete this, so update. You know, we don't need this, we don't need this. all we do is call update or increment round. Now, we were keeping the round count here. It's not on self, so we actually still need the round count, don't we? Okay. Oh, we don't need this. All right. Okay. Do you know what you could do? Something I've been wanting to actually make, and maybe I'll make this a GitHub action, is a to-do counter that just says, I want them to not increase. So if I add another to-do, I have to fix another to-do. I don't mind the to-dos because I go and search through them. So in my personal projects, it's kind of my project management, right? You know, I'm using them out there to just remind me of things that I thought of, and I'm not going to go make a ticket for it. So I love them. As far as personal project goes, they're not great for scaling a team or understanding what's going on at a high level at a corporation or anything. I get it. But on a personal project, it's my project management, really. If I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do in this project, you just do to do, and oh gosh, 27 of them. VVAX, I agree. Yeah. I agree that if I ever release something, it'd probably be a good time to put them on as GitHub issues. It's not a great way, you know, like I've said, eventually maybe I would open this up. It is open source, but I mean open it up as in like actually look for other contributors. Right now, so much of it is just changing and I'm just playing around with stuff. There'd be no way for other contributors. But if in a couple of months I was getting other contributors that wanted to use it on their stream or something because they thought it was cool, you know, it'd be great. I would stop using to-dos and take all the last to-dos and put them in GitHub. That way other people can actually use track it better. But for now, yeah, stay away. Absolutely, stay away. Oh. It's actually surprising. Like, it's hard to take on a contributor. Like, this is even why I asked before I even contributed my small one-line fix to ToggleBit's project. It was like, do you want a contributor? Because, like, sometimes it's just more work. And that reminds me, tomorrow we're making the multi-threaded example for Anathema. So we're gonna make an example and make a PR to Anathema for ToggleBit. They don't have one yet. I had to do it, and I just wanted to contribute that back to ToggleBit. All right. Does anybody love Java? Like, I believe that people use Java because they have to. You know, I actually hate on Java more than I actually dislike it. I dislike Python and stuff like that a whole lot more than I dislike Java. I dislike the Java community so much more. The Java community, the way they write Java is just out there. Like, they take a language, just, it's out there. An interface for your interface's interface to an abstract class of a factory. And then you're like, I can't even make one of these things without like referencing a factory builder, and like I just want to like know what this thing is, and you're like through 12 levels of indirection. And this isn't 100% Java's fault. Don't get me wrong, the language lets you do that, but you know, in the end, any powerful language will actually let you do stupid stuff. So you can't really sit there and blame Java. I'm gonna stop ranting before I hurt the feelings of some Java people. All 6 of them. Unenforced web spec invariance. The web is so gross. Oh, the web is so gross. VVAX, that's what you get for doing something with the web. Why do you think we're doing a TUI? We could have HTMX this up and made this a web UI, but we made it a TUI. Okay? You know what, that'd be interesting. Maybe in the future I make a web UI to this so that I might actually do that. That might not actually be that hard with how we have it here. We're actually emitting stuff to the TUI front end, and all we would have to do is emit stuff to the all we'd have to do is emit stuff to the what is it called, to like the HTMX front end at the same time, and we're already moving this out into functions here. So like if we need to also then update HTMX, we could do that here. That actually wouldn't be too hard. And I think that that's actually kind of, I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just doing the TUI, but I think it could be a cool thing if there's other creators that aren't like tech nerds that don't want a terminal, but would love to play Wordle with their chat or have their chat play Wordle or any of these games. We could do like a web front end for them. That's a great idea. You guys should do it though. I'm just giving you the ability. Once this is out there, you guys make the HTMX. VVAX, absolutely. You know what? Let's do a collab. This still has some time, so like let's do it in a couple months. Absolutely. You join me on stream. We go through. We add the VVAX. I'm calling you VVAX, but I'm guessing it's a different country, and I'm guessing it's like I don't know. It could be anything really. It's actually Tom. I want to say no, but possibly you've said stuff about it, but I didn't tie it to that. So it's definitely a possible, but I don't know. Is it HTMX based? Because if it's not HTMX based, like leading expert right here. I'm not. I suck at HTMX. This does use HTMX for its front end. It's Wasm? Well, that's cool. I love Wasm. All right, so we have the rounding meeting. Oh, let's do the timer. So how are we keeping track of time? So this is what we're doing is basically you have a duration to guess. And this is basically how we tell if a round is up. But what we need to do is here, we need to emit a timer update. And all we have to do is calculate, let's see, is this correct? The timer equals the guess duration a second minus the elapsed as seconds. Yeah, this looks correct, right? So our duration as a U8, are these not U8s? Of course they're not U8s. They're U64s. This whole thing shouldn't go above a U8. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Well, that's definitely going to be a bug in the future. So this should update our timer. Now all we have to do is update our template. So we have this. There's probably a better way of doing this, but we're going to do it like this. Ban state.timer span. We want the exact same number of these. That was okay. Now, I need to figure out how to center align this, but I'll figure that out later. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Revex. Natrix, yeah. Oh no. 0.5 just. 0.5 just. Oh no. Oh no. This is just terrible. Just terrible. No macro DSL. I can't tell if I like this or dislike this. I'd have to get a hold of this. I feel like this is very good. Yeah. I love that that's a call out. It's kind of like the it's kind of like a Java project calling out does not use factories. Oh, I'm just gonna crap on Java all of today. That's I don't know why that's my goal today. All right, so we got the 10, but it's not counting down, obviously. Okay. Which I think this has part to do of we don't seem to be progressing in the rounds. Like the one round will happen, but it doesn't seem to do the next round. So I think we're actually starting to get to our bug, which is really cool in some regards. It was absolutely your bad. It's absolutely your bad. Look, for everyone that's ever new here, I pick on a lot of languages. Some a little bit more than others. Probably Python and Java get a lot of my hate. if you like using them, I encourage you to build whatever you want to build out of them. Go build something amazing, okay? We're here to have fun. You know, I grew up in a large family. Maybe not large, medium. There was 8 of us. And part of that was you picked on the people that you cared about. So, calm down. Calm down. Absolutely calm down. You can use Java still. I will make fun of you. That's fine. You know, I have made professional Java stuff. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I haven't used Java for a while now. All right, so we got a major bug here because this does not progress. We got a 10, right? Like this update timer gave a 10, which should be the initial duration, right? Let's check this out. Yeah, duration. So this calculation worked at first, right? So our duration is 10 seconds, and then we're taking the elapsed times, which should be effectively none, as a U8. But this never loops again, it feels like. It feels like it's not looping. I hate to put a print message in here because this is gonna just like destroy the screen. But I don't. So let's just step through. Let's step through this and see if there's places to clean up and whatnot. Okay, so we're getting stuck here in this while loop. This wait. Let's see. This is this. And so our game while loop is this. Okay, that's right. That's right. So while our round count is less than 6, so you get 6 tries or 5 tries, and the game isn't over, we're going to keep looping. The first thing we do is to check if the round is over. We do that by checking the time elapsed and seeing if it's greater than the guess duration. If it is, we select the round winner. We actually display the winning word, right? That's what this does. We update this should be commented out. We're actually seeing this. That was a debugging thing. All right, so we're emitting that to the front, which is why you see the word. Increment round count. This is happening in the main UI. So this all happens when the round ends. Check if the winning word is correct. If it is, it's we're just setting this to true. So this is why it ends on the first round. It never goes to round 2. Because okay. So now this row message doesn't actually have if it's it doesn't actually hold whether it's correct. It will print them all as green because it knows their status, but it doesn't have if they're all correct. So what we need to do is we basically need to iterate over that and just check if they're correct. So let's do this. This shouldn't be too hard. What did when equals false? We're just gonna do it like this. This is kind of a dumb way to do it because we kind of have the information, but we don't have it how we need it. So let's just do a for guess, or no, for cell in row message data.iter. Yeah. If cell. Okay, so this is almost true. The AI was getting close. If it does not equal, no, this is kind of, I don't love this. Did when is setting default to true here, because basically if you find one that's wrong, one that's not correct, they didn't win. I usually like to do it the other way. I usually like to do it the other way. Field stat, I think you're wrong. Public struct with a public status. You don't have to do a full system update in Arch. Most of the time. Most of the time. It's the easiest. So I do it because it's the easy thing. And I also don't have a ton of problems in Arch because I just once a week do a full system update. And then A, the updates remain small, and B, the updates remain small, and C, my favorite part of this, is I don't usually have problems. D, because the updates remain small, if I want to install something new, I just do a full system update while installing it. That's my hack to Arch. You do an update once every month? Oh, that sounds rough. That sounds rough, my friend. I do it every Friday night. Then you have all weekend to fix it. Alright, why is this upset about this? I feel like it's a non-issue and we should just... It's not a real issue. I told you it's not a real issue. Alright, we're still not counting down. That's a problem. We went to 9. This is not good. Also, we didn't go to round 2 like we usually did. We are counting down ever so slowly. These are the longest seconds I have ever seen. We are counting down in slow motion. In slow motion. Okay, okay. That is... All right, we didn't ever actually use this. Did win. If did win. This is dumb. We should make this better later. So this only runs I need to see something. Let's go over here. Not that. I need to see H-top here. Okay. All right, we got that going. We're gonna run this. We're gonna make a guess. Oh gosh. I upset something. Now what I wanted to see was the threads. Are we like destroying a single thread? No, it doesn't seem to be. Okay. That was terrifying. What did I change? Oh, I changed this. Did win. Like, we used to be setting it did win after every single round. We set it to true. And now, when we hit that, it's printing out times up for guess a bunch. Oh, okay. So what's happening? This makes sense. Is if everything isn't reset, this is going to be true every single time, right? So, because game's not over, or this is going to be true every single time because the start time elapsed. Did we do a new start time? We didn't. It's not even mutable. We can't. So every single round after the first one is just going to be immediately over. So what we need to do is here we reset the votes, but we also need to reset the start time. Yeah. Beautiful. Now it shouldn't just destroy the screen with that print line, right? So round 1, we're still not counting down for some reason. Flawed logic. Time's up for the guess. So that's the end of it. Round isn't updating anymore. Why isn't it updating anymore? You guys were here. It used to update. So now the second one. So at least our cycle is working now, right? So every 10 seconds, we should get another time's up for the guess, right? Oh, I guess if we didn't guess, 1 second, I think you have to make a guess with the round resets. I forget how we handled that. Maybe we didn't handle it. That's probably more accurate. Probably more accurate. Okay, well, we might have died here. We might have died here. First 2 rounds worked, okay? First 2 rounds worked. So our emitter broke, right? We're not seeing anything updated to the main UI anymore. Oh, this uses the round count. We are starting the round count at 0 now. Dang it. That's why. We weren't actually incrementing it. So it was 0. And this would send to the row of 0, which there is no row 0. Gosh dang it. Dumb mistakes. Dumb mistakes. Now we should see that guess here. Here. Nope. Nope, it's still broken. We are getting stuff to the UI though, because 9 is updated. Okay, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's print something useful. We're going to. Yeah. Done. Done. Done's. We should print it across the top, right? So right, round 2 winning word. It's not going to round 3 winning word. So it is working. I can only think of 4-letter words. I have to just pluralize them. Okay, so this is why I don't play Wordle. What I wanted to check is that is the correct row count here, right? Why did this break? What did we change? We're not doing something dumb in like editing this main ID. No, it's not passed as mutable anywhere, right? It's not passed as mutable. We don't even, yeah, we don't have a mutable reference to it. So like we can't accidentally be changing this. Why is it not coming to the UI? Okay, so I guess we got to print there. Okay. So let's do that. We're emitting this to the back end. So let's check the back end here and just print when it gets a message, right? So this is like the main message handler to the UI. So this is on the UI thread. So basically what we're doing is from the background thread, we're sending a message here. And this is dispatching that message wherever it needs to go. And so we're just going to do a print line here and see. Wait. Oh, oops, not there. Here. This doesn't have debug, so we'll do row message. No, we'll do row, right? Row is the U8, yeah. And then this is the row. Done. So we'll do a word. We're not getting a message. Okay. So next place, let's take it up here. What is the issue here? Yeah, it doesn't do debug. We can fix that. This is gonna cascade, isn't it? It's okay, we'll do it. You know what, we won't do copy because that will cascade, but debug, since this should just need the row update, right? I think this should be good. Hopefully. So it's receiving timer a bunch. We are smashing it with that timer. Maybe it doesn't like that. Maybe it doesn't like that. I'm like performance testing Togglebit's messaging. His message queue here. Maybe it doesn't like getting absolutely updated a trillion times. Let's do this. Let's just basically make this a no op. So we take the timer out of it in case that's what's destroying it. So the timer never gets updated. That's fine. Row number to message is 1. Received message round 2. And we did update. Why does it not get our... At least it's playing the rounds now. It is playing the rounds now. but we have broken. Chat, why did you... I don't know why you broke this. It hurts my feelings that you did that to me. So we get the all zeros if, or A's, because of this, right? That's just why. If we didn't make a guess. And this is working. This has our double loop in it, right? So for I, letter, in, guess, iterate. Letter equals self dot word. It's in the correct place, and it's the correct letter. Else if the word contains the letter, right? So if it's somewhere, it's present. Else, it's absent. I believe we've been doing this fine. I mean, this was working earlier today. And it's interesting, if it gets the or part here, it displays fine. The other thing that we have to figure out is this timer is not counting down properly. Wait. What's this line do? If no messages are received, we can continue the game loop. If start time is... If the elapsed time is less than... Oh, whoa. Oh, this is a problem. It's supposed to be if the elapsed time is less than the guess duration. Right? So basically what I'm checking here is to make sure that we didn't spend so much time collecting people's stuff that now we're past the guess duration. But I was not even doing that. So this would never happen. So we never sleep at all. That's probably why we were just hounding it. Okay, that makes sense now. And look at that updating timer. Look at that timer update. And boom. Round done. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, let's stop printing stuff across the screen. That is not nice. That is not nice at all. I guess that's not bad. What was that? Oh, this is... received. That. Okay. This is getting there. All right, now check and see the message counting down. Look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Then we should go to round 2. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, pup. Hey, puppers. All right, and we're progressing through the rounds. You really don't need to keep track of the round up there, because visually people know what round it is that they're on. Visually they know. Okay. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Now let's check this out. Let's see. Why? Now my guess should win. It did. It did. Nice. Nice. No, I think it was just we were thrashing it too hard. This shouldn't count, but this should. Cool, cool, cool. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Now what we need to do is get the highlighting of like correct colors. That happens in this magic here. It's not very magical right now because it ain't working. That's okay. We're working on it. Let's work on it now. What are you? Yeah, don't carry that around. Thank you. Thank you. You good boy. You a good boy. Yeah. You want to come up here? No, no you don't. Yeah. I know. All right. We're back to this. Okay. We got to make these colors more fun. So this status, we have 2 colors. We have the background and we have the foreground. And basically we want to invert the foreground colors based off of whether it's right or not. Not button is a terrible ID. They could have individual IDs. They don't, and it doesn't matter. Let's see. Cell status equals 1. So yeah, the idea here is that if the cell status is correct, it should be black. I think that's actually wrong. It should be 2. Because it should be absent. Absent should be this, where it should be white, right? Okay, yeah, never mind. So absent should be white. All right. So if the cell status equals 2, that would be true, which 2 int on a true would be 1, which would be black. We want it to not equal 2, right? Okay. Now, I don't think that this is working as I had wanted it. It is working to some extent, right? The cell, for cell in cells.state, we are getting this, right? The cell.letter. But the translating this to the foreground colors doesn't seem to be working. I was under the impression that I could do this by the creator. Let's see. I misspelled this, or I spelled this differently. Let's just spell this the same way. I hate the word colors. This way of spelling it looks like a chemical. They're all correct. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, so we now got this at least working. Cell.status. Now we just gotta match the status. Okay, so absent is this one. Okay, cool. We're almost there. We're almost there. Not quite. You'll notice that our word is A, B, C, D, E, which means that A should be green. But it's not. A should be. Oh, but those aren't real guess. Let's do this. That should be a real guess, right? So those don't actually go through the process. We just kind of fill them in with stuff. Well, dang it. Well, that didn't work quite as we expected. We know this is working to some extent, and this is coming through as reset or absent. Oh, another one that's not correct is this, because this is that. You guys are more than welcome to throw a guess in there. All right. Still no highlighting of colors. All right. What am I doing wrong? So we know that if we do something like this, that this will now be blue, right? I'm gonna have to talk to Toggle bit because that's not blue. Like, I'm gonna have to talk to Toggle bit. This ain't it. This ain't blue. This ain't it. Oh, true. That might be true. That might be true. So this is working as far as everything is coming in as absent. So what it might mean is that our thing that picks the color or picks the status is not working. So let's check that out. What I was doing there was just testing that, like, it's the thing in the third position. It's always picking the thing in the third position. I just wanted to make sure that, like, by default, it wasn't the last thing in the list. So we know it's the third position thing. Do I have to call toInt on this? It is an enum. I mean, it was getting the third position. So like, I think this will be fine. I don't think we need to do it though. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care that much. Yeah, okay, so let's check the thing that's making the status. We have a function in here. I remembered what it's named, but it's called build cells. All right. Let's just print here. Oh, you know what? I think I know the problem. Is absent. Yeah. I know the problem. This is all based off of this guess, right? And this self that has the word. What do we set the word at the beginning of the game? This game round, new. It was supposed to be set off of this right here. We were changing a bunch of stuff. So let's update this now to actually take a word. We'll just pass it in as a stir, right? Yeah. Word stir, just like that. Thank you. And then can we do word as bytes? Are we like, this is gonna give us an array of U8, but not necessarily 5. I mean, we know that it's going to be 5, but this isn't right. How do we chop it off at 5? To set byte. It's a bite-sized array. It's a bite-sized array. Is there a better way of doing this? I was gonna say that seems like a ugly way to me, right? Okay, how would be... I mean, I can do a loop, but I don't want to do a loop. I need to take a slice that is exactly 5 bytes. I know this word is 5 bytes. I think this is not used. It should panic. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's used anymore, but it doesn't say it's not used. I'm gonna just delete it. Oh, wait, we did this here. Array of U8s is copy from slice. So that's what we just need to do right here. We just need to do this. Let word equal word dot to upper. And then we're just going to treat everything as an uppercase word. So that's another thing that we need to make sure that we're doing on the guest side. Let bytes equal this is just going to be the 0, 5. Oh no, what did I... This is gonna be 0, 5, and then we're going to bytes dot copy from slice. You know what we want to probably do? We're just going to do this, right? We're going to delete this, and we're going to say word to upper as bytes. And then this can just be bytes. Mute. Okay, sorry. VVAC. Alright, you two. There's no fighting in my office. You either live peacefully, or get out. Or get out. That's right. That's right. They get possessive in my office. They both want to be the only dog in my office. Okay, so we can do it more directly by just into. So you're saying I could just do word dot into? That does not work. Oh, okay. As bytes into. I can do the try into. Yeah, let me do try into. So let's see. This will return a result though. So I don't know that this is much more direct than what I have above, because now we have to do we have to unwrap this. So yeah, we have to do something like this. Is this more direct than the copy from Slice? I don't know. It doesn't feel... This doesn't feel more direct? I don't know which one's better on it. Let's think of allocations here. I think they're the same, actually. The word won't be wrong, though. This comes from the dictionary. Like, what do we just... Like, I can't have this be getting a wrong length, right? Because if this gets a wrong length, I just have to end the game, right? So we've got to deal with this before now. Otherwise I have to return not an object here. Like, I have to return, or a default with a default word. Not fun. So we'll just... All right. It's not a failure case. It's just a cropped word. How about instead of taking a string, take a U85 and put the job of verifying the length? Good point. Good point. We could do that. This is not coming from the individuals. We already do that here, right? We already do that here. This is a new guess. Actually, one of the things that I wanted to do here is I wanted to call 2-upper here. Cool. That way we're just checking everything. We could type alias that. I have a knee-jerk reaction to type aliasing. I know it's really, really useful and really nice for some stuff like this. I do sometimes hate the over abuse of indirection. When you're like, oh, what is this type? And you're like, oh, it's just a type alias. And you're like, oh, well, that would have been... Anyways, yeah. So, but we can do that. You're probably right. Let's do that. Let's do word. And then we can just turn this to a word. This will make this a lot easier too. Okay. All right, now what we need to do is I need to find a dictionary. Rust dictionary. Dictionary was a really bad word to look for. Word dictionary. Word dictionary. I hate searching the internet. I absolutely hate searching the internet. Rustling word dictionary. I don't think this is what I want. Crate provides a structure of word mapping. Can be used for I guess I could use this if I just got a list. Ooh, optimizing is a Wordle solver. This is actually okay. I don't actually want to look at this because we actually talked kind of at length about optimizing a Wordle solver. Like, we right now have a double loop, which is completely fine because it's a thing of 5. You could triple loop that, and your CPU will hiccup. It won't even hiccup. My CPU doesn't even realize we're solving Wordle. The thing is, it's an interesting problem to solve because, like, it's easy to tell if it's the right thing, but you have to tell if it's right or in the wrong position, but exists, which is really cool. Like, it's a really cool problem. So if somebody else has done that, that's awesome. But I also want to do it because we talked about ways we could possibly do it. I need to go solve those. All right. So let's go to, we can go to crates. I was going to look up like a crate of English words, right? Where's a good list of English words? Wordle word list. These all look sketchy. English word list. What's a good word list? Like, where do you get one of these things? Tell me, where do you get these things? You must enable a create feature, language feature, create language features are mandatory to reduce binary size. Right, so this person is pulling in some list. I kind of like this. Include words can be filtered by length and or first character. I just care about length. I'm sure that there's like some word list, right? But I don't see the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. God. God. I'm just going to use random word. I could just get a thing. VVAX. I absolutely could. This person seems to have gotten one, right? Do we have a better one? Because honestly, we only need 5-letter words. We don't need all of these. I don't want like complete list of English words by... I want to download English word list txt. Only 466,000 words? I feel like I probably know around 600,000 English words. It feels a little light, honestly. Yeah, I'm joking, guys. I know maybe 100 English words. 200 on a good day. All right, question. Do I go with building my own word list? Or building my own thing to import this? Or just do the random... I'm going to use the random word crate for today. We're going to use the random word crate for today. And then we might do our own list. Like, because that would be fun. Because we could add stuff to that. I guess we'll make a new section called Wordle. These are imports for Wordle. But we don't need just that, right? We need, yeah, the features English. This is what we need. All right. Hopefully it's American English, not British English. It's gonna be rough. And then, you know what we're gonna do? Okay, we're gonna stop you. What we're going to do is we're gonna jump back here. And in here, we don't need to pass in a word, right? We can just build one. Right here. Thank you, AI. This is exactly what I wanted to do. We're going to do what was this? I don't want starts with. All 4 length French words? No, I want all 5 length English words. I want 1, not all. So let's try this. Random word, get length. Here we go. So length will be 5. And the language will be, how do they do lang? It's just lang. Lang. I think it's just like that. Yeah. Okay. Dot 2 bytes. Wait. Okay. So we're back to a could fail. This is already an option. Okay. I regret this. We're going to take this. We're going to say that we're doing a word. That is a word. And then the thing that does new. This is fine. So here, we're not going to do that. We're going to do that. We're just going to do that. Then we're going to pass this word into here. In theory, this shouldn't be able to fail as long as this happens. As long as the library works correctly. Do we want a way to start this game loop with a predefined word? Like, my option now doesn't mean anything. I don't actually pass a word into it. But do we want it where if we pass a word in, we use that word instead of this? So like I was doing like this because at this point we have to guess real words, right? We don't know what it is. But this makes testing it really hard because I don't know if the highlighting is working correctly. My guess is that it's not. My guess is that it's not because I got 0 right. Okay. Well. This is wrong now. Let's delete this. That's wrong. All right. So we have a word. We have player votes. We can replace all these with word. So, does that mean that these are incorrect? Okay, one thing that we could do for testing is print the the actual word down here. Like we could just print it out. Because right now what we're trying to figure out is it's not giving us any of the information that we need. I don't think. All right. And we have no way of knowing what the word is. Let's just print it out. Let's just print it out. It'll be a little ugly, but it's fine. Boogie. So if we do that, yeah, it's not highlighting correctly, right? We should have 1, 2, 3, 4 green and a standard one. Okay. Okay, let's do a to-do here. Let's see. To-do, remove this, as it makes the game less fun. Okay, so we definitely are not colorizing these things correctly. Now, the question is it when we're checking? Is it when we're checking? Actually, we could see that. Do we want to see if the game ends when we get it correct? All right, somebody guess. Can you guess what the word is? Can you guess? First try. Can you get it on the first try? Go for it. Oh, you missed the round. You missed the round. Can you guys guess what the word is? Don't make me guess. Scott, you're close. You're close. Try again. All right. I'll do it for you all. The game did not end. The game did not end. Interesting. This is lowercase here, uppercase. That could actually be the problem right now. They're always going to be absent if we're not checking the same thing. So when I get your guess in, I call to uppercase on it. And you know what? We didn't do that up here. This is my bad. We didn't call to upper on the word. We did the first round the first way that we were doing it, but here I didn't call to upper on it. That was my bad. It's hard. I was gonna say in the new word we should like throw a check that it's an uppercase, but so now it's uppercase. All right, and it now if I guess B-I-T-E-D. Oh, they're supposed to be green though. They're supposed to be green. But it's okay. It got close. It got close. It got close. Don't. And it stopped. It knew that it was done. Round's over. There is no end screen at this point. It's the past tense of bite. Bited. Bited. Don't learn English from me. All right. So that's all working. Cool. You're right. I could do some like debug asserts. It's gonna be hard with the coloring of the UI, like, which is what we're trying to figure out right now. I really don't know how to debug a TUI, right? You know, like a web UI and everything. You have like the terminal and stuff there, but like with a TUI, it's like, this is actually something I talked to Togglebit about. One thing that I would love to see is a debug thing. Like I can hit F8 or something, like Control F8 and bring up a debug menu that where I can just have stuff printing out to it. I think that would be really, really cool. I think that would be really cool. VVAX, you're right. You can. I just would love for it to like come up on screen, and I'm absolutely fine with like using a anathema logger, right, to put stuff in that console. I think it would be cool. Or just use a log to a file. Sure, I absolutely could. Absolutely could. And then you have to bring up the file, and I get it. I didn't say it was impossible. Nothing is impossible. All right, we are miscoloring these though, and I think that comes probably from this. Cool. Check it out. That's almost like a real game of Wordle. VVAX, that's awesome. That's awesome. Scott B coming in clutch at the end. That was amazing, Scott. That was amazing. You came in clutch. Like, you were working on it as it was going. Round of applause for Scott B. Right, VVAX. Yeah, I get that. I do want to have chat going here. I was gonna pump all chat going through here, so like there's messages coming through. So the whole idea was like, as you guys saw in that, you guys can be chatting and it doesn't affect it. You also don't need to use a command. Like you don't have to do exclamation or whatnot. You literally just guess a word. I don't know if people will like that. I like it. For some of the other ones, we're going to have to definitely do it command base. So like, yeah, we're definitely going to have to do some command base, but that's okay. I'm happy with this. I'm super happy with this. Now, I think 10 seconds is too short, if I had to guess. That felt too short for the delay that Twitch has. Do you skip when there's a space in the message? No, I don't. If it's 5 characters, it's counted as your guess. That's probably a good one to add. We should do a little bit better validation. At this point, it just needs to be 5 characters and ANSI. ASCII. I don't know why I say ANSI. It's ASCII, but I always call it ANSI. We just checked that it's ASCII and it's 5. Maybe we should do some sort of validator. Something like, we could do like, I'm gonna leave it as a string, not as a word here. Because that's how it comes from the Twitch API. And we're hopefully going to be adding a YouTube API so YouTube can join in as well. All right. So we have these two. Now we need to check for a space. So let's do... This should work. Now you could do a 5-character thing with a space and it won't count. Oh, should we do spell check? You guys were saying it was cheating without spell check. The thing is, check this out. Look at how much time you have. You have 10 seconds, but you have stream delay. And most people have 3 to 5 seconds of stream delay. So if we have 3 to 5 seconds of stream delay, you really only have, maybe really 5-ish seconds from where you see the word to getting your guess in. 5 to 7 seconds. You have 5 to 7 seconds. That's not a whole lot of time. So I know that you have like cheat words that you could try using. But I don't know if that's a... We can do a spell check. Let's do a spell check. That's fine. We'll do a spell check. You guys asked, I'll deliver. With spell check, it's a 0.0.0. I wish this was not... How do I choose if there's a lot of people playing? Oh, that's a great question. That is a fantastic question. This is how I do it right now. And it could be the wrong way of doing it. So what I do right now is when everybody guesses, your guess goes into a hash map. And so when you make a guess, it goes in here as your name and your guess. So basically the idea is you can only guess once. Now, if you make a guess and then you see that Russell made another guess and you like Russell's guess better, you can switch over and change your guess by just guessing again. So basically the last thing that you guess, so you can spam as much as you want, it doesn't affect it, is your guess. And then what I do is I aggregate all of the guesses. And let's say your guess was for the word words, and Russell guessed doors, and somebody else guessed moons. I can only do 4-letter words that are plural. That's the only thing that I can do. Okay, so let's say that these were the guesses. There is guess, words, doors, and moons. I would pick one randomly. One of these would be picked randomly. But this is where it's going to be fun, hopefully. is Scott B. You might come in here and be like, well, I'm going to throw my boat. You're going to throw your boat. You're going to throw your boat all the way across the ocean and say, I'm going to go with Russell and go with doors. And now, in this case, I would pick doors every single time. So I pick the most voted for word. And if there's a tie between the most voted for word, I pick randomly between those words. Does that make sense? So if a lot of people are playing, it's a voting system. Can I use your point to get my word to be more important? I've actually thought that you should be able to use stream points to weight your word more. So currently, no. But should you be able to use stream points in the future? Absolutely, yes. Some of the games might require stream points. So like, I was thinking with the Dungeons and Dragons that either it would be a Dungeons and Dragons would be a subscriber one because it actually cost me a little bit of money, or you have to use a lot of stream points to be one of the leaders. So I think the way we're going to break that one up is that there'll be, to be a party leader, you have to use a lot of stream points or be a sub. And there's going to be like a couple party leaders. And so like, this is how the Dungeons and Dragons will play out, is that each one of these party leaders will have a higher weight on the voting when it's their turn. So the AI is going to go and make up a story and keep a story going, and basically when it's this party's turn, then you're going to basically come up with the story that you're doing. So anyways, we'll see how that works. I have ideas around it. They're a little fuzzy. We'll have to get into it. But yes, I do think stream points should be used to make your word worth more points. Like 100 stream points per vote. I think that'd be cool. You get one vote naturally. Well, this is really cool. Let's play a game of Wordle. I'm going to remove the print line so we won't know what the word is. Are you all ready to play a game of Wordle? Are you ready? Where do I print that? I print that right here. All right. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Are these rounds too fast for you all? That's not going to count. It has to be... Oh, it doesn't have... We don't have a spell check. So there's an A. Congratulations. Is this enough time? Is 10 seconds too fast? Or is that kind of the fun part of it? Is too fast too good? Oh, you guys missed it again. Oh, that hurts me. That hurts me. You know the A doesn't belong there. You know this. The A goes somewhere else. The timer was at the bottom. It's right here. Okay, we'll try one more time. We'll try one more time. We'll try one more time. Go, 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 go. I don't know. 10 seconds might be too... I want it to be fast-paced,
Like, I think that would be fun, but 10 seconds might be too little. You guys missed the round. You guys missed the round. Go. You're finding where the A's are. There we go. A real guess. A real guess. We'll see. Okay, you got an E. You got an E. Is 10 seconds too little time? I don't know. Well, we didn't get it. We didn't get it. That was good. I'm very happy with this. Dens. I'm happy with this. Actually, our word solver. So you guys don't need to capitalize. It will auto capitalize for you. So don't worry about that. I'm sanitizing it that way. Our word solver doesn't work properly, right? And the thing is, what I was just noticing is, I don't know if there was 2 S's or a single S. In normal Wordle, if there's a single S and you put 2 S's in there, does it do 2 yellows, or does it just do one of them as yellow and one of them as absent? I would guess that the correct thing to do is one as present and one as absent, right? That would be my guess. This is going to make the Wordle solver much more difficult, right? I think it's going to make the Wordle solver... Okay, so let's... to do... Two S's are guessed, but there is just one S in the word. Currently, we will mark both as present when only one should be. Okay. I think it's fine for now. I think this is fine for now. I do want to do a stream on doing an actual Wordle solver, because this has 2 loops. This is kind of gross. So we loop over it, and then we loop over it again. Contains does a loop. I know it doesn't look like it, but we do another loop here. We'll have to do like a real Wordle solver. You need more tries? What do you mean more tries? You get 5 tries, that's it. That's it. I think that's how many tries you get on Wordle, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you get 6. You get 6 tries. I will up it to 6. Okay. Don't get all fussy on me. I'll give you 6 tries. I'll give it to you. I thought you guys were smarter than that. I thought you were better than that. You don't need 6, but I'll give them to you. I'll give them to you. You know what? We'll just do this. We'll just do this. There you go. You got 6 tries. cool beans. I think this is a great place to stop for today. It was fun. I hope you all have a happy 4th of July. I will be bringing some news tomorrow. You know, I hope to actually be getting some help with the AI games, so that's super awesome. There's a company, or two actually, that are maybe interested in it, which would be pretty cool. Maybe let me afford some of the more expensive things to do. Also, they were just offering to like help set up some of the tests. I know that they all make their own AIs, which then you're like, oh, bias. But like, if we're all doing it all in the open, with all open source stuff, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, so anyways, join me tomorrow. Going to be going over some interesting things that have happened in the world of tech in the last week and a half. And then we'll be doing some more Wordle stuff. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do next. We'll probably be wiring in chat, and then I need to also, you know, I might actually dedicate. I'm gonna wire in chat. We have this chat box to wire in. I think that this should be like really easy to get chat going over here. I think that should be super duper easy. I think that should be super duper easy. So we'll do that, and then the other thing that we need to do, is start working on that Rust class. So I'm gonna be working on that some. So join me tomorrow if you'd like to do any of those, or just hang out, talk about the news. Thanks everybody for joining. Hope you have a fantastic weekend ahead of you. If you're in the United States, happy Freedom from the British Day. That's what I say. Have a happy Independence Day. Hopefully no aliens. They like to attack on the Independence Day of the United States. United States independence for some reason. So hopefully we make it through this day. And if we do make it through this day, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the news and some other